Hey, it's me. Most people spend their whole lives trying to escape debt. But the wealthy, they run straight toward it on purpose. Here's the thing nobody explains. Debt is just a tool. The exact same loan can be the most expensive mistake of your life, or the reason your money multiplies. The difference isn't the borrowing, it's what you buy with it. So today I'll show you the line between debt that builds you and debt that quietly breaks you, plus the 4 rules the wealthy use to stay on the right side of it. Quick roadmap. The 2 kinds of debt, the magic of leverage, why the rich borrow instead of selling, and the rules and the trap that come with all of it. Let's start with the 2 kinds of debt. The simplest way to think about it. Bad debt buys things that lose value. Good debt buys things that grow. Bad debt is the wealth drain. Credit cards. Financing a car you can't really afford, borrowing to fund a lifestyle. You're paying interest on something worth less every single month. Take a credit card at 22%, pretty typical. On a $5,000 balance, that's $1,100 a year in interest, just to stay exactly where you are, or the new car trap. A $40,000 car can lose about 20%, $8,000 in the first year alone. And you're paying interest on an asset that's busy shrinking. Good debt flips the whole equation. It's borrowing to own more. A mortgage on a rental property. A loan to start a business. Low-rate money used to buy something that earns more than it costs you. Which brings us to leverage, the real magic. Leverage just means using other people's money so a small amount of your cash controls a much bigger asset. Watch how this works. Put 20% down on a $200,000 rental, that's $40,000 of your own money, and you now control a $200,000 asset. Now say it goes up just 5%, that's $10,000. But that $10,000 landed on your $40,000 in cash. That's a 25% return from a 5% move. That's leverage, a small move multiplied. And the rule underneath all of it is the spread. The asset has to out-earn the interest. Borrow at 6%, earn 9%, and that 3% gap works for you on money that was never yours. Picture $100,000 borrowed at 6%, that's $6,000 in interest. Earn 9%, $9,000, and you pocket the $3,000 difference every single year. Now, why do the rich borrow instead of just selling what they own? Here's the quiet trick. Selling a winning investment triggers taxes and ends its growth. So instead, they borrow against it. Say you sell $100,000 of stock you bought for $40,000. At a 15% long-term gains rate, that's $9,000 in tax plus all the future growth you just gave up. Borrow against it instead, and the asset keeps working. But let's be honest about the other side. Borrowing is never free. You still pay interest, and a loan against your investments can be called in if they drop. This works because of scale and safety, not magic. So here are the 4 rules. 1. The asset has to out-earn the interest. 2. Keep the rate low and fixed. You can comfortably cover the payment, even if things go sideways. 4. Always leave a cushion. Break one of those, and good debt turns bad fast. Because here's the trap. Leverage cuts both ways. The same math that turns 5% into 25% turns a 5% loss into a 25% loss. Debt amplifies whatever happens, your wins and your mistakes, equally. So master the basics first. Build your cushion, get the boring stuff right, then let debt do the heavy lifting. Quick recap. Bad debt buys what shrinks, good debt buys what grows. The wealthy aren't reckless. They borrow cheap, they buy assets that pay them, and they always keep a margin of safety. If this made debt finally click for you, subscribe to me on Money. I break down one money idea like this every few days. No jargon, no judgment. And just remember, everything here is for education and entertainment only. It is not financial advice. I'm Mi, and I'll see you in the next one.